Chappell Roan, the 27-year-old pop sensation who skyrocketed to fame with her chart-topping hit, Good Luck, Babe, is poised to take the music world by storm once again with her highly anticipated sophomore album. Following the massive success of her debut album, The Rise and Fall of the Midwest Princess, Roan has fans buzzing with excitement and speculation about what direction her next project will take. While no official release date has been announced, the glimpses she's offered through recent singles and interviews suggest that her sophomore effort will be a bold evolution of her sound and style, blending her signature campy pop aesthetic with deeper, more introspective themes. Roan's debut album, released in 2023, was a vibrant celebration of her larger-than-life persona, filled with infectious synth-pop anthems like Pink Pony Club, Super Graphic Ultramodern Girl, Hot To Go, and Femininimenon. These tracks established her as a rising star in the pop world, known for her playful, glittery aesthetic and unapologetic embrace of her queer identity. The album's success, coupled with the global phenomenon of Good Luck, Babe, has set high expectations for her follow-up. Fans and critics alike are eager to see how Roan will build on her debut while pushing her artistry into new territory. In March, Roan gave fans a taste of what's to come with the release of The Giver, a surprising departure from her usual synth-pop sound. The track leaned heavily into an 80s country vibe, showcasing her versatility and willingness to experiment with different genres. The song's twangy guitars and heartfelt lyrics hinted at a more grounded, storytelling-driven side of Roan's artistry, sparking discussions among fans about whether this country influence would define her sophomore album. However, just when fans thought they had a sense of her direction, Roan released The Subway, a haunting breakup ballad that marked another stylistic shift. Unlike the upbeat, celebratory tone of her debut, The Subway is raw and vulnerable, delving into themes of heartbreak and longing. The song's stripped-down production and emotional depth present Roan not as the larger-than-life pop star, but as a deeply human artist grappling with personal experiences. This contrast between The Giver and The Subway has fueled intense speculation about the direction of Roan's next album. Fans have taken to platforms like Reddit to share their theories, with many suggesting that the album might lean into a more melancholic tone while retaining the campy, theatrical elements that define her brand. One Reddit user noted that Roan seems to be exploring sadder or more dramatic themes, predicting that her sophomore album will balance introspective lyrics with the vibrant, 80s-inspired soundscapes she's known for. Another fan theorized that while Good Luck, Babe, and The Subway share a similar emotional weight, the album as a whole will likely be a departure from her debut, potentially sacrificing some mainstream appeal for critical acclaim. In a September 2024 interview with Rolling Stone, Roan offered some insight into her creative process, revealing that she and her longtime producer, Dan Nigro, had been working on new music during a break from her tour. She mentioned that they had 5 to 6 songs they felt confident about, each showcasing a different facet of her artistry. We have a country song. We have a dancey song. We have one that's really 80s, and we have one that's acoustic, and we have one that's really organic, live band 70s vibe. It's super weird, she told the outlet. This eclectic mix suggests that Roan is unafraid to take risks, blending genres and influences to create a project that defies easy categorization. Roan's willingness to experiment is part of what makes her such a compelling artist. Her debut album was a bold statement of identity, filled with songs that celebrated her queerness, her Midwestern roots, and her love for over-the-top theatrics. Tracks like Coffee, Bitter, Kaleidoscope, and Casual hinted at her ability to tackle heartbreak, but they were often overshadowed by the album's more exuberant anthems. With The Subway, Roan seems to be diving deeper into this emotional territory, offering fans a glimpse into her personal struggles and vulnerabilities. The song's raw honesty has resonated with listeners, many of whom see it as a sign that her sophomore album will showcase a more mature, introspective side of her artistry. Fans have also speculated about potential collaborations on the album, with names like Sabrina Carpenter, Olivia Rodrigo, and Charlie XCX frequently mentioned. All 3 artists are signed to Island Records, Roan's label, and she has been spotted spending time with them at various events, fueling rumors of possible joint tracks. Additionally, Roan's friendship with the members of Boy Genius, Phoebe Bridgers, Lucy Dacus, and Julian Baker, has led some fans to hope for a collaboration that leans into the mellow, introspective vibe the band is known for. While Roan has never collaborated with other artists on her own music before, her willingness to take creative risks suggests that she might be open to the idea for her sophomore album. The anticipation for Roan's next project is palpable, with fans dissecting every clue she drops about its direction. Her ability to balance campy, larger-than-life pop with raw, emotional storytelling has made her a standout in the crowded pop landscape. The success of Good Luck, Babe, which became a global hit and solidified her status as a household name, has raised the stakes for her sophomore album, but Roan seems unfazed by the pressure. In interviews, she's emphasized her commitment to creating music that feels authentic to her, even if it means taking risks that might not resonate with everyone. This dedication to her craft is part of what makes her such a beloved figure among her fans, who appreciate her authenticity and fearlessness. As Roan continues to work on her sophomore album, fans are left to speculate about what other surprises she has in store. Will she lean further into the country influences of The Giver? Will she continue to explore the vulnerable, ballad-driven sound of The Subway? Or will she find a way to blend these elements into a cohesive project that pushes her artistry to new heights? Whatever direction she chooses, one thing is certain. Chappell Roan is an artist who refuses to be boxed in, and her sophomore album is shaping up to be a bold, exciting chapter in her already remarkable career.